Hi there guys, so today is one of my possible favourite days of the year, which is iPhone release day, and this year I've got the iPhone 14 Pro Max, 512GB in the colour silver. I am really lucky that I got this around 9:30 AM on the day of release, so I'm really excited to sort of get into it and have a look at what it's all about. And this dynamic island that they've sort of introduced, which is the new pill notch, really does intrigue me because of its functionality with notifications, which I think is going to be really useful and handy to have. ASMR time, there will be a lot of background noise like trams and the washing machine, so you might not be able to hear it, but let's give it a go. Anticlimactic. So let's get our first look of the phone itself. There we go, that is absolutely lovely. The reason I chose this silver one this time around is because it's a lot more pure, it's a lot more sort of white in colour. It does look really, really nice, that colour. It's, yeah, it's like a pure white, I'd say, with a bit of silver thrown in there. So let's take that out of the box. Wow. First look. Nice silver stainless steel edges. Probably fingerprint magnet, but we'll wear a case, that's fine. And the part everyone loves. Let's hope it makes a good sound. So what is new about this phone compared to the 13 Pro Max? Well, in terms of the size, it's pretty much the same. The back of the phone would easily be mistaken for a 13 or even perhaps a 12 Pro Max. But all the difference here is to do with this dynamic island at the front. So let's turn it on. And whilst that boots up, we'll just see what else we get in the box. So what else do we get? We get the Lightning to USB-C charging cable. We do not get a wall adapter, just like the previous couple of years. We've not got one of those since the iPhone 11. In here, we do have the documentation. So we get a SIM pin tool. Because we are in the UK, this does actually still have a SIM card slot on there. Whereas in the US, they have gone eSIM only. So we've got one of those. Got a singular Apple sticker. And we've got some warranty information. So back to the main event, which is the phone itself. I really love this contrast between the silver and the sort of black screen. It does look really good. I'm quite pleased that I got this colour. I wasn't feeling the purple personally. I know a lot of people like it and it is a beautiful colour. It's just not for me. I've had gold before. The space black for me was a little bit too dark. So yeah, I just thought the natural choice was to go for the silver, and I think quite a few people have done that this year, just from watching other YouTubers and things like that. So here we go, it's the boot on screen. I'm gonna do English, probably skip through this. Now my first observation, I've only had this phone a couple of minutes, but I do actually prefer this dynamic island notch up here compared to the previous notches that we've had. It just kind of looks a lot cleaner, and I'll show you the functionality of that in a minute. Other differences compared to the iPhone 13, we've now got a 48 megapixel main camera sensor. Normal pictures will be condensed to 12 megapixels, but it still lets in a lot more light than previous generations. If you do want to go Pro RAW, you can select 48 megapixels on its own. It will take up a lot of space, but it's good for sort of photography and editing if you did want to use the whole 48 megapixels of the camera. Also got the new sort of processor this year as well. It will be very similar to the A15, but we do have the A16 on this one. So here we are, this is the home screen of the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it looks absolutely lovely. So I'll show you just really quickly what this dynamic island does and how it acts differently to any other sort of notch that we've really seen before. So if we click on music, I might have something there. So for example, if I were to play this song by Ray, Black Mascara, if I click play and have that there, I'm not going to play any sound for copyright reasons, but then for example, if I then went home, it's going to pop up in the bar up here. So one click will take you back to that application. And then if you were to long press and hold, it brings up like a bit of a, kind of like the lock screen part of it, where you can just do some quick scrubbing or pause, play, skip. So it's really handy. If I were to then, for example, get a timer up, so let's go to the clock and start a timer for 15 minutes. That is then going to put that at the other side. So we've now got two things active. So it's almost essentially like a quick way to access your ongoing things, like an app switcher basically, but at the top of your screen. So we can long press the timer and it'll tell us how long's remaining. And we can click into it and it'll go into the app. Another thing that this phone has that the previous generations don't is the always on display. So when we lock the phone, that is essentially locked. And if we tap, it will bring the screen to life. So yeah, also the camera bumps are slightly larger this time around. So when you put this flat on a table, you will notice the little bit of a rock, but that's to be expected with a really good camera system. So that is everything for this video. It's just a quick unboxing and a little look at the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and just to see sort of the differences and how it works basically. So that was just a really quick video demonstrating the iPhone 14 Pro Max in the color silver. So yeah, if you liked the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching.